Has the ocean called to you? Do you find yourself longing to return to its shores, to smell the salt air, feel the sea breeze, and hear the sound of the waves? When I moved to New England in 1986 to attend graduate school at the Massachusetts College of Art, I found myself returning to the ocean again and again, seeking quietude, reflection, and inspiration. As I thought about the journey that had taken me from central New York to New England, I made the connection of how the rocks and water that lined the shore was a metaphor to describe that journey, ultimately becoming the subject of my graduate thesis exhibition. The ocean water can be gentle and soothing at the shoreline, but when the weather conditions are right, as they often are in New England, the water relentlessly crashes against the rocks. The rocks weigh much more than the water, but the strength of the waves can literally move them into new formations. Ultimately, the rocks are smoothed by the water, and over time they disintegrate into harmless parcels of sand, almost like ashes after a raging fire. For me, the crashing waves represent how life challenges us, often unexpectedly. These sometimes violent storms reshape us much like the waves reshuffle the formations of the rocks. We long for the stillness of the tide pool, but we find our strength when we are challenged by the storms, the rocks sometimes creating obstacles to that return to the shore where it's safe. Conversely, we want to think of ourselves as being strong like the rocks, able to weather the most violent storms. But time softens us, heals us, and the storms we weather wisen us. We are smoothed at the edges as we anticipate the next storm, for which we know we must weather. The metaphor for rocks and water as life's journey is a subject I have returned to many times over my 30-year career. Much like my journey to New England when I was just starting out as an artist, I recognized the connection between rocks and water as a metaphor for life's journey was a subject I would revisit again and again. People often ask me if it is difficult to part with a painting once I have finished with it. Of course it is. I have invested my soul in the work, but I know it needs to find a home with someone who is as connected to the ocean as I am, who sees the metaphor as I do. This painting is available and is looking for just such a home. Please contact me if this painting makes you feel as though you too are standing at the ocean shore.